Miningscout meldet sich von der PDAC 2014 in Toronto, Kanada. Eine der größten Minenveranstaltungen weltweit, die auch sehr, sehr viele Experten anzieht, die hier vor Publikum sprechen. Und dabei ist es uns gelungen, einen dieser Experten vor die Kamera zu holen. Es ist Roulston. Er ist ein über 35 Jahre erfahrener Geologe und Minenanalyst und hat natürlich eine große Erfahrung betreffend des Marktes, und wir freuen uns, dass wir eben heute ein wenig auf den Zahn fühlen dürfen, wie seine Position ist, denn er führt auch unter anderem Resource Investment, diese Plattform, und das sagt ja alleine schon, dass er ein Kenner des Marktes ist. Welcome, Lawrence, and many thanks for taking time for doing a little interview with us. I have introduced you in German for our auditors, and you are running a medium called Resources Opportunities. Please, can you tell us the approach of this medium?
Yeah, certainly, and my pleasure to be here. Resource Opportunities is a subscriber-supported newsletter where we look at exploration development companies in the mining sector, and we provide commentaries on the companies. I provide my opinions on the companies, and also a little bit of a market overview with each issue. I've been doing it now for 14 years, and during that time we've had some big successes. It's distributed on the internet, and you can go to resourceopportunities.com to get a link and get a sample copy and get a sense of what we're doing.
Yes, we will have a look about this media portal you're running. You tell us you have a success in finding out opportunities. So my next question will be, have we reached the bottom at the moment, and can we see or expect sustainable turnaround of the market in the next half year or so?
Well, the short answer is no. I think we're a long ways from the bottom of the market overall. And I say that because there's a lot of companies out there that are still grossly overvalued. Companies that have no assets, no cash. Their fundamental value is effectively zero. And as those companies are continuing to fall in price, it's creating a negative sense about the market. But at the same time, there's a number of companies that are exceptionally undervalued and represent really, really exceptional value. In fact, in 35 years in the resource industry, I have never seen a time when there are greater opportunities or greater bargains to be had. But at the same time, you have to be extremely selective.
Okay, that leads me to the next question. Extremely selective means, for me, I have to look about special criteria to make an investment decision. What are the criteria we have to look for at the market in these conditions?
Well, the most important criteria right now is that the company has to have cash, because it's very, very difficult for companies to raise cash right now.
Yeah.
The investors that are putting money into the industry now are typically institutional investors, and those investors are looking for much more advanced stage projects. The early stage exploration is very difficult to raise funding for at this time. But companies that have projects that are on the way to production or in production, companies that are operating a mine and they're looking for expansion capital or looking to build a second mine or even looking for money to build the first mine, those kind of situations, there is money available. In fact, there's a lot of money right now looking for those kind of situations. The American private equity groups right now are getting very active in the market, but for advanced stage projects at either production or near-term production. So there is money available, but very selectively and mostly for advanced stage projects.
Yes. So the investors, the private investors, should look more at advanced projects and companies who are near or in production to be on the safer side against the juniors or the exploration companies.
That's right, yes. The gains in the near term are going to come in the more advanced stage projects.
Yeah.
Now, that's not to say that you should ignore the exploration companies completely. There's some good companies out there. In my talk a few minutes ago, I gave 2 examples of companies that have doubled over the last week on the basis of exploration results. But unless the company currently has money in hand, they're not going to be able to do much. So there's some tremendous bargains. But if you're looking at the early stage exploration, look for very strong management groups. And but otherwise look for more advanced stage. And whatever stage the company you're looking at, management is absolutely the most important ingredient in these companies. That you can have a great project, but if you don't have the management team that can raise the money and overcome the challenges to advance those projects, there won't be any value for shareholders.
We have it seen in the past often and often that good projects and the bad management are not leading to success. Yes?
Yeah, that's very true.
So the investors should look for a good management, cash, and a good property. That's the reason.
Well, and just add a little more detail. Good management, but good management means not just qualified, but also motivated, excited, dedicated, committed. There's an element there that they have to really push hard to make these things work. Yeah. And if it's a really good project, if it's advanced stage, they can raise cash. So companies that don't have cash, if they have a really good project and it's advanced, they can raise cash. Yeah. And but it has to be a good project and an advanced stage.
This is the market in generally. Do you prefer some special metals or regions? About you would talk to us?
Well, for companies raising money right now, it's easier to raise money for projects that are gold or silver.
Yeah.
You know, the investor interest is certainly a lot stronger for the precious metals than it is for the base metals. But the flip side of that is that the best bargains are to be had in the base metal sector. And for example, the fundamentals for zinc right now look exceptional over the next couple of years. And zinc at this moment in the market is totally out of favor. And one way to play zinc that I really like a lot is a lot of the silver companies produce a lot of zinc and lead as a byproduct. So look for the silver companies that are producing zinc and lead as a byproduct. They're getting no value for that in the market at this time. You're effectively getting a zinc play for free when you buy a silver company.
It's interesting. See the same chances for nickel also, especially after the Indonesian nickel ban we have in the past?
Well, you know, the ban on exports of raw nickel ore from Indonesia had very little impact on the nickel market, not nearly to the extent that people thought. The nickel market doesn't look as strong as some of the other markets, certainly in the near term. Longer term, it looks fine. But again, nickel is often a byproduct of platinum palladium mines, and you can look at a platinum or palladium situation where they're producing nickel as a byproduct as a way to play that market.
So you have a big experience in the market, but you have recently founded a fund called Metallica Development Fund. Is it correct?
That's right.
What's the philosophy of this fund?
Well, the philosophy of the fund is to invest in the kind of companies that I follow in the newsletter. So these are, you know, I've been living and breathing this industry now for 35 years. Okay. Got a pretty good sense of what companies have merit and which are undervalued. And so we're setting up a fund where investors can participate directly in these kind of companies. And we're offering a professionally managed group that and a portfolio of carefully selected companies.
And do you have for our audience a company you prefer with exceptional opportunities?
You know, I don't like talking about companies in a public forum because
Okay.
my newsletter is entirely subscriber supported, and people are paying me for that information.
Yes, yes, I understand. Thank you for the thought of your mind and your exceptional market deep knowledge, and I say many thanks for this interview, Lawrence.
My pleasure. Look forward to doing this again.
Thank you.